morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Victoria Steve, and I have a fantastic show for you tonight. Cloyette Harris-Stoute, president and founder of Guyanese Girls Rock, will be our guest tonight. But first, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered.
Welcome back to Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Victoria Steve, and we're sitting here with Cloyette Harris-Stoute, president and founder of Guyanese Girls Rock. Thank you for joining us, Cloyette.
Yes.
So why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Oh, well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me. Thank you for having me here. Okay, so my name is Cloyette Harris-Stoute. I like to start off by saying I'm a beautiful child of God. I'm a mom. I have a full-time job. I work in technology. And I'm the founder of Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation. I'm a proud Guyanese girl.
Nice. All right, so tell us a little bit about your foundation. Like, what does your foundation do?
All right, so Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation, it's a nonprofit organization, and it was started after I launched Guyanese Girls Rock Empowerment Blog back in 2012. The Guyanese Girls Rock platform, it's an online platform where we celebrate Guyanese women, we celebrate their accomplishment. So basically, we empower women through stories. There's amazing Guyanese women all across the globe, and we like to shine the spotlight on some of the amazing things they're doing. A lot of these women are leaders in their industries. You know, they're from entrepreneurs, from doctors, lawyers, teachers, whatever it is they're doing that is outstanding and aligned with our mission of empowering women. We like to share their stories on that platform. So that was the first part that I started back in 2012. And a few years later, the platform grew. We have over 20,000 followers on social media. Yes. So, after that, I decided I wanted to be, here's this platform, it's doing well, but what else can I do? I wanted to be more of service, so I decided to launch the foundation, Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation. And I've always wanted to create a space for young girls, teenage girls. I was born in Guyana, obviously, but I suffered with some confidence issues, body image issues, like most young women.
That's the plague of all of us at that age.
Yeah. So it's not you, but I wanted to create a space for where young women could feel comfortable to speak about how they're feeling and to teach them leadership qualities that they can take back to their schools or their community. So Guyanese Girls Rock Foundation was launched in October of 2017, and in January of 2018 we launched the Young Women Leadership Academy.
Oh, nice.
It's a leadership development program for high school girls of Guyanese heritage. And the foundation as well, we're still doing women empowerment. There's we'll talk about it a little bit later, web that we're going to be starting soon this fall. So it's a combination of working with teen girls, mentoring, leadership, and continuing to empower women.
So what makes a good candidate for your foundation? Like, say if I was a teenage girl and I was interested in joining.
Well, first of all, they have to be of Guyanese heritage, not necessarily born there. Well, none of them are born there. They're all high school girls, but their parents were born there, so they have to be of Guyanese heritage, and just a young woman who is eager to learn leadership skills, who's committed to the program, who the program is on Saturday morning from 10 to 12. And teenagers, they like to sleep in on a weekend. So we want young women who are committed to coming out. It's very important for them to attend all of the sessions. And it involved, it's a 2-hour program. It runs as I said, 10 to 12. The first hour, we teach a leadership development course. We have a license. We actually have a professor this year, Dr. Kayomi Gregory. She's a professor at Pace University who teaches our leadership development course. And for the second hour, we bring in women in position of power, position of leadership, to come in and offer different workshops from confidence building. We teach them money management.
That's a great skill.
College readiness. We teach them life skills. In school they're learning academics, but we want to teach them life skills that they can take out into the world. So, so for 2 hours we're at the library in Queens, and they're taught that. We also take them on trips. We go to tours, community, to different organizations. We took them to Albany. We went to ABC News. So we exposed them to different environments that they're not, opportunities that they may not have. So we also collaborate with other organizations, like teen organizations. If there's a conference or something that's teen related, we like to join them in those efforts. One such organization that we collaborated with was Showing Hearts Foundation. They had what's called Youthpreneur. It was their first time where they were teaching. It was a conference to teach teens about entrepreneurship, and there was a pitch contest where our girls competed, and 2 of them won.
Pitch like
business, yes.
Business
Why
ideas. Did I go to
business ideas?
Okay, I love that.
So we spent 2 days at Microsoft this year. There's Microsoft hosts something called GGR Girls. It's a technology summit for teen girls. We were there for 2 days where the girls learn about all the different Microsoft products, but they learned, different. They took different. They had different seminars and things like learning how to use LinkedIn, and learn there was another pitch.
That right there alone,
learning how to pitch your business. So there's a lot of things that we expose these young women to besides being in the classroom.
That I love that fact that you're teaching these women how to pitch business ideas. These are things that you don't learn in school, but you really need in life. Because I feel like especially us, like our community, well, not just Guyanese, but just Black women, we can have ideas and not even know how to put them into fruition.
Exactly. And these are things, people a lot of times they would tell me, I wish I had this when I was growing up at the teens. This is something that I didn't have. So, we're happy to be able to give these young women, this opportunity that many of us didn't have growing up as teens. So, and it's a free program.
My goodness, it's great.
A free program. So, yeah.
Okay. So how do you, going back to you, how do you juggle all these hats? Like, what is your, what is like a day in the life in Cloyette?
Well, I must confess that I have a little bit more time in my day because I work, as I mentioned before, I work in technology. I work for a software developer. The company is based in Florida. So I work remotely from New York. I work from home.
Okay.
So, that cuts some of the commute time. I don't have to commute, so I have a little bit more time in my day than, the average woman who has to go out there and commute to work, but I'm practically an empty nester too. Our last kid is in college, so it's just my husband and I at home. So I have some time to, I usually start work at my, my full-time job around 7 a.m. From 7 to 4, and, people ask me, it's like, okay, do you work in your pajamas? I said, no, absolutely not. I can't do that.
Really?
I cannot. I have to get up. When I get up in the morning, I have a routine. I have to take a shower, and I don't dress like I'm going to work, but I put on something that if I have to run out and do an errand, like jeans or something, but I have to be in that mindset that I'm working. I have a designated space, a desk, so I go there and I start for the day.
Okay, hold that thought. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Victoria Steve, and if you're just now tuning in, we're sitting here having a great conversation with Cloyette Harris-Stoute. Yes. You were telling us about your organization, Guyanese Girls Rock, and I'm just in love with that organization.
Thank you.
So you did mention that it was free, right?
It is a free program. Yeah, It is a free program, and basically all the students have to do is apply on our website. and we just basically we're screening their application to make sure it's completed. And as I mentioned before, they have to be of Guyanese heritage, and that's also that's required, for them to be a part. And they must be in high school.
Okay,
must be in high school.
So like grown women not getting
right,
right.
9th to 12th grade, they must be in high school.
Okay,
yes.
So this program has been around since 2017, right?
Yeah. So the foundation was launched at the end of 2017, but late in 2017. But we really started our program in the beginning of 2018. Last year was our first year.
Oh.
So last year was our first year. We started with 8 young women, and 2 of them graduated. Because the program, so the girls, they can come in anywhere in between the 9th and 12th grade. But once they get to the 12th grade and they graduate in high school, they graduate out of our program as well. Okay, so we had 2 students last year who were going off to college, so they graduate out of the program, and that's when they're eligible to apply for our scholarships. We do offer scholarships as well.
Nice.
So we started out with 8 girls last year. 2 of them left the program, and then we had 6 new ones came in. So we had 6 repeating that came back, and we have 6 new students. So we have 12 this year. This is our 2nd year. So we just wrapped up our program at the end of June. We run from January to June.
Okay, so where do you see the organization going? Like what are your plans if you want to share with us?
Well, we're hoping to grow our leadership program. We want to January 2020 is going to be our 3rd year, so we're hoping to get to at least 20 girls. I think that's where we'll plateau at 20.
Okay.
But our goal is to, I would like to ideally, if we can, because we get a lot of interest from Guyana as well. People, sometimes reach out and ask, we're going to start something there. Do you have a program down there? And in other states as well, Atlanta, New Jersey.
Because you're New York based, right?
We're New York based, yes. So we would like to, at some point, expand the program. If we can have something similar in Guyana, I've been asked, well, why not Guyana? Why start it here? But everything requires funding.
Of course, yeah.
And I think we're in a better position to get that, here, and then we can expand to Guyana, have some sort of leadership program there, and expand it as well. And one thing that we're working on for the fall is a program called WEB, yes. It stands for Women Entrepreneur Business Breakfast. It's like a networking event for minority and immigrant business women. What we found is that, especially in the Queens area, we're Queens based, but there are a lot of women-owned businesses there, and a lot of them are owned by Guyanese women. But we want to include other minority women. So it's going to be an empowerment breakfast. We're going to bring in people from the financial industry to help to teach these women and how to take their businesses to the next level. What do you need in terms of technology? How do you get funding? How do you get grants? Are you protected, your business, in terms of insurance? So we want to bring in professional women to engage and help these women to, and not even for someone who's thinking of, you might be just thinking of starting a business, but you don't know where to start. So it's not just so people already have businesses established. If you're thinking of starting a business and you need some help, we want to be able to create that space for you to get some help and get to get some additional information or whatever it is to partner you with, and we're looking for financial experts that can help us, and it's going to be an opportunity for them to get clientele as well.
Exactly.
Right. So we're going to start this fall, and we're thinking maybe we'll have it every quarter, and see where we go from there.
Okay, and this is the WEB program, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's called WEB, Women's Entrepreneur Business Breakfast. We want to have breakfast. We're going to start as a breakfast, and we'll see where it goes from there. Okay,
great. Yes. I do remember you mentioned that you're a techie, right?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel that your tech background helped you build your foundation?
It has helped a lot.
I could imagine,
it's helped
right?
a lot, and it has saved us a lot of money. Because when I started Guyanese Girls Rock, just the empowerment space, I started by just doing Facebook posts. Just doing little posts on Facebook, and then back then, in 2012, everyone was blogging. People were blogging.
People still blogging.
Yeah, but people were starting to blog, and what am I going to blog about? So I was trying to figure that out, and then I decided, well, why don't I just start doing something about Guyanese women? Sharing a little bit about Guyanese women. So that's where I started. And then I decided to, because it started to get such good responses. People would leave such great comments. It's like, okay, I didn't know this person was Guyanese. We like what you're doing. It was encouraging. So I decided to launch the blog platform. And I actually did it myself. I tell anyone you want to learn how to do things, go to Google, or what I like to refer to as YouTube University.
Yeah.
YouTube University. You can learn so much from YouTube. So I just learned about how to, use the WordPress platform. So I did that,
Taught yourself a skill.
You're right. You just purchase your template, and you basically learn how to do things, to change it up and, add your own content to the blog. So I've learned how to do that. So when we launched this foundation, having that technology background, it helped a lot in me being able to help defray a lot of the costs of doing simple things like creating a flyer. You have to pay people to do that, to managing our websites. What happened when I launched the foundation, I still wanted to maintain the Guyanese Girls Rock brand itself separate from the foundation. So we actually have there's actually two platforms. There's GuyaneseGirlsRock.com. That's where you'll find all the stories about the women, the empowering stories. And then GuyaneseGirlsRock.org, the foundation, is a separate website. It's a separate entity. So I was able to create both of those myself and have them up and running, and I still have to manage them, and social media and all of that. So.
All right, so hold that thought. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Welcome back to Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Victoria Steve, and if you're just now tuning in, we're speaking to Cloyette Harris-Stoute. You were telling us how you were launching your platform, right? And how you actually grew it from Facebook, just a Facebook blog, and you were telling me how it went into your website. Yes.
Yes, so, you asked about how my technology background helped. It's helped a lot because I'm comfortable around computers and stuff. So I was able to do a lot of research on how to get things done, from the internet. Just Googling stuff, and if something is and it happens. When you have a website, things go wrong. There's bugs, and it stopped working. You can try to log on one day and you can't get on because it's been hacked, or something of that sort. But I've been able to, navigate the internet to find ways to fix things, and it has saved us a lot of cost. Of having to pay people to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot of other things in, creating the application, creating, author, they're called plugins, or creating other things that run off of your platform.
Okay.
Like making the application process electronic. Things like that. I was able to do that by myself and not have people have to do that. So knowing a little bit, having a little bit of a technical background, it helps you regardless of whether it's a nonprofit or if you're running a regular business. I'd encourage anybody to learn how to manage certain things about your business that has to do with technology.
Yeah.
So you'll save yourself a lot of money.
Yeah, because we are definitely in the tech age.
Right.
So, since the growth of Guyanese Girls Rock, how has your family? I know you said you mentioned you had kids.
Mm-hmm.
How's your family reacted to it? Are like they proud or surprised, or are they like, I knew mom could do this?
Well, you know what? I have boys, and our last kid, he's in college. He's a freshman in college. They don't really care much.
Well, it's a big thing.
I mean, it's a big thing. I mean, they see. Listen, if you ask my husband, he'll tell you, how committed I am. He's talked about it in the past because I spend a lot of time. It takes a lot of. It's a lot of work. Running a blog platform and doing the nonprofit part of it. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. So I'm up late at nights and early in the mornings. Working when I'm not working my job. I'm working on stuff for the organization. So I'm very committed to that. But I still find the time for my family. We just came back from New Orleans, my husband and I. We still, I still find the time to do that. I cook, and I still have to cook and clean. But I manage because I'm at home. I get up early in the morning. I start work early, but I don't have to get in my car or get on the train or get on the bus to commute to work, because that can take up to 4 hours out of your day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Out of your day. But my boys, they just see mom do this stuff. It excites me. My husband, he likes to see me shine, but it's just like, the kids, they don't get excited. Other people get excited.
Everybody's like, all the your girls that you're helping, they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. And your boys are like, what about this dinner? Like,
yeah, exactly. Oh, you just said it. Mom, when are you gonna finish cooking? It's they couldn't wait. Last year was the first year that we had our luncheon. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And my kid was like, I can't wait for you to be done with this luncheon because you're so into that stuff.
I'm affecting lives.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a big deal for them. Yeah.
So what was I gonna ask you? I wanted to know more about just like the different hats that you wear. Like, so in terms of your organization, how did you feel when you first started it? Like, did you feel like it was like a call from God, or like were you
nervous,
scared?
Scared.
Okay. I just want to, because I know a lot of people have ideas.
Right. So the thing about having a blog, it's just you, behind your computer. You don't necessarily have to talk to anyone. You just post stuff, and people respond, or you type. I love doing that. Most tech people they're like that. As much as I can be outgoing, I'm very introverted too. But when I launched the foundation, it was a whole different ball game. Not only do you have to come out from behind the computer. You have to engage people, and you have to, be out in the community, because you have to let people know who you are or what you're doing in the community. So you have to engage the community. But when I decided to launch the leadership program, I was very nervous about that. Because I'm not coming from an education background, and I wanted to have this teaching component to it, not just having mentors coming and just talking about how they've overcome stuff. You're dealing with teenage girls, and what teenagers don't like is people standing and talking to them all the time. So I wanted to have this this teaching component where they're actually learning a leadership course. And then we can have these mentors come in and still teach them life skills. But as I mentioned before, teenagers again, you never know what you'll get with teenagers. So I was very nervous about the process. It's like, what if these girls give me a hard time? I tell you, I have boys. I raised 2 boys. What if these girls give us a hard time? All sorts of things go through your mind when you're starting something new. But I just pushed through. This was the first time. I wasn't coming from an education background, a nonprofit background. This is just something I wanted to do. And I did the research and find out how do you go about starting a nonprofit, and just did the paperwork and started. And then we planned, get engaged, invited a few other women to join me, on the board of the nonprofit. And we had a launch reception in October, so that's when we officially launched it. And the leadership program, we had to find a space, and we have a really nice space at the Queen's Library. But there's a lot more moving parts. We had to develop curriculum, something I'd never done before. But I spoke with people. I spoke to a teacher from a school, and she kind of guided me and mentored me in terms of how to go about a curriculum, what is needed. So we did that, and developing a course, what are we going to teach them, and then starting to reach out to the community of women to come in and offer these workshops. So there was a lot of other little moving parts to get the program off the ground, but I had butterflies the very first day. when the girls showed up, their parents came and they dropped them off, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it just took off, and we're in our second year now.
That's beautiful.
And the girls keep coming back.
Yeah.
They show up, so we must be doing something good. They show up.
So before I let you go, how can people get in contact with you?
All right, so they can get in contact with us at the blog platform is www.GuyaneseGirlsRock.com. And that's where you can read up on all the amazing things that Guyanese women are doing across the globe. And the foundation, if you want to see what we're doing with the young women, you can visit our platform at GuyaneseGirlsRock.org. But I want to mention one other thing, is that we launched, when we end our program in June, we have, last year was our first honors luncheon, Guyanese Girls Rock, Women of Influence Honors and Awards Luncheon, where we select some women from our community and honor them with a Women of Influence Award. And at the same time, the young women who qualify for a scholarship, we honor them as well, and we give them our scholarship. So this is our second year, and it's on June 13th. So, we're actually sold out.
Oh, good problem.
That's a good problem to have. But, we still, ask for the community support. Do you want to make a donation to us? Or just, if you're a woman out there and you have a skill and you feel that you would like to share with our young women, reach out to the organization. We're always looking for volunteers and mentors. So, Guyanese Girls Rock, we're on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Please follow us and support us.
Thanks again so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of tonight's show, you can watch again Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. or you can watch online, YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. Tune in again next week for another amazing show. My name is Victoria Steve, and you've been watching Beyond Focus TV. Thank you.
Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.